Und zwar hier von unserem Freund aus New York City. Er beantwortet auch Kommentare. Mal sehen, was er so der Community entgegenbringt.
I'm going to answer some questions that people have been asking, and it's going to answer a lot of questions that you might already have. I'm so Sylvie. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Creating the narrative that lab diamonds are the same. Listen, bro. I'm not creating the narrative. A carbon crystal is a carbon crystal. Now, do you know what carbon, the element carbon is? Do you know how it crystallizes?
Hört ihr? Oh nein, oh nein, oh nein, oh nein. Das Ding, ne. Ich muss kurz Dinge ein. Er ist mein Vorbild, schreibt Vincent. Ja, wahrscheinlich, wahrscheinlich. Ich möchte, dass ihr diese Art von Kundenkommunikation in euch aufnehmt, okay? Merkt ihr das, wo er direkt gesagt, so, wenn jemand so schreibt, dass er quasi, es ist einfach Gold.
They walk around like this is this, that's the brand, that's the celebrity, I can't walk around like that, because then I can't make a living.
Aber guck mal, zum Beispiel das, was er jetzt da anspricht, dass die Leute irgendwie rumlaufen und irgendwas fragen und irgendwas sagen, wovon die keine Ahnung haben. Das ist zum Beispiel so etwas mit, ist die Uhr poliert oder unpoliert? Guck mal, manche Sachen behaltet ihr einfach für euch, wenn ihr keine Ahnung habt. Ist ja nicht schlimm, dass ihr keine Ahnung habt. Dann fangt aber eine Frage so an, sagt, was ist da mit diesem Polieren? Ich höre das immer, kannst du mir das vielleicht erklären? So, weißt du, aber die Frage dann zu stellen in den Raum, ohne überhaupt den Hintergrund. Also ich habe so ein paar Mal so eine Anfrage bekommen, wo ich dann, bei wem war das denn nochmal? Bei irgendeinem YouTuber war das. Sagt er so, ist die Uhr denn poliert und ist die Uhr Fullset und ist die Uhr LC100 und ist die Uhr das und ist die Uhr das, sage ich so, warum fragst du das? Warum? Also, wie kommst du drauf? Wenn, dann musst du andere Fragen stellen, die jetzt mehr Sinn machen. Wie viele Stück wurden davon produziert? Ist auch so eine beliebte Frage. Ja, so was solche Sachen, ne?
I can't be lost like that, and I'm not creating any narrative. Now, people out here are spending money, vast amounts of money on diamonds, as it is. 20 years from now, is that gonna come and bite them in the ass because lab-made diamonds are everywhere or not? There was an instance when, pearls were very, very popular. Then they started making pearls in a swimming tank, right? In Japan, they were able to cultivate and grow their own pearls. Pearls happen at the bottom of the ocean. Now they're happening in a swimming tank. The prices, what happened to them? What happened to pearls? I don't really know. I'm looking out for your money. So Max P1 asks, what's to stop lab-grown companies mass producing lab diamonds to the point that they have very little to no value? That's a very good question. What is to stop them?
Ich habe immer so ein bisschen Angst, wenn er eine Frage ausspricht, dass er einfach so ausbricht wie ein Vulkan.
The year is 2022. It's not 1922, it's not 1822. We're in a completely different world with completely different technology, and from here on out, diamonds are going to be produced more and more. I'm seeing what's happening firsthand in the market. What's it going to look like in the future? I'm imagining people are going to be printing out diamonds in the shapes of rings, 5 carat, 10 carat, 20 carat stones. I haven't the slightest idea. What's that going to do to the value? We're going to have to wait and see. But it's a dangerous place to keep your money, and it's a very good question. I can't sit here and give you the answer to that, but I could tell you that it might affect the price significantly, and you might want to be able to, see where that leads, because there's serious things going on. What's up, Trax? I'm from London. Platinum is roughly half the price of gold at the minute. Is that a good place to park some money? Seems like it to me. I mean, we don't really know what the world is going to come to. The generation of people out living right now think that everything is going to be all good, because that's the way it was since they were born. Since 1960, 50, there hasn't been any major wars, and everything was all good except for the Middle East and a couple other miserable places. Everyone else thinks it's going to be fantastic, but they're wrong. And then when that shit hits, who's going to have platinum? What's the dollar? What all the currencies going to look like? I can't really begin to tell you, but I wouldn't mind holding some platinum over some cash, personally, and I do. Why buy name brand handbags, shoes, clothes when you could just buy knockoffs? Why buy an original classic car when you could buy a restored model? Why buy an original Monet when you could get a 3D printed one? Because no one is original and one is artificial. One has a resale value, one does not, and any diamond dealer knows that Yehuda is one of the most common Jewish first names not last. He's referring to the, machine. That's a great question. That's up to you to figure out. Right? You want to buy a Monet? Monet is something. You want to buy a classic Ferrari and not a remake or something like that? That's up to you to figure out. You want to buy diamond chains? Do you want to spend more money for someone digging it out of the ground? It ain't Monet digging it out of the ground, coin euphoria. It ain't Ferrari building that thing. It's up to you. It's your choice. I'm not telling you what to do. I'd like to buy a natural diamond here and there, and I have about $1 million worth of natural diamonds just right now, you know, that I bought. So this isn't great news, but I got to get my money ready for the future. I don't really know. So the answer is I haven't the slightest fucking idea, coin euphoria, but I know that something's going to fucking give, because diamonds are not Monets. They're not Ferraris, they're not classic cars. One is dug from the dirt, and one is coming from a lab. What's the difference between someone digging in the dirt and going into a lab with a price difference of what it is? I haven't the slightest idea. Ben Baller says something.
Warum ist der ständig so angepisst? Ich glaube, es ist einfach seine Art.
The real absolute difference is you can't resell lab diamonds in any near capacity you could resell naturals. I've seen clients' rings made for $100,000 in 2013 come up lost, and the insurance company had to pay $160,000 for that same diamond at the marketplace today. Very interesting. Will that trend continue? I'm not sure. I don't know. $100,000. I mean, if that client made something in lab for $100,000, they probably would have had 5 rings or 6 of the same kind. They could have lost one and put another one on. That's up to you to decide. Again, I'm not pushing lab-made diamonds, and I'm not pushing natural diamonds. I'm telling the customer they have a choice, and that choice might have an economic impact down in the future.
Also ich zum Beispiel bin jetzt nicht abgeneigt gegen Lab-Grown Diamonds, gerade auf Uhren und so weiter, weil, also ich finde es eigentlich hochspannend.
That's up to you. Ben Baller says 100,000, 2013, 160 today. That's what the insurance company paid. I don't know what that's going to look like in 2033 or 2043. I have my bets. Other people have theirs. I don't know. That's up to you to decide. That's why we're answering. We're having a conversation. We're having a debate between the viewer and
ich kann mir gar nicht vorstellen, wie er so drauf ist, wenn man so mit ihm so, wenn man ihn so trifft. Ich weiß gar nicht, was er...
myself. So you would get the information. I mean, that's really up to you. Can you please do a video on how diamonds have trade value or are valuable? For some reason, so many people think they're worthless, have knowledge, different types of cuts that fetch you big. There is clientele in the world for rare diamonds. Pinks, blues, naturals, a 5-carat, 10-carat naturals, and so on and so forth. There's a demand out there. So when you dig up a diamond out of the dirt, or someone sells it to you on the street, you go through the network and you find a buyer. So that's where the value is. I don't want to...
Eichhörnchen, ich denke an Eichhörnchen.
Personally, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to give me a $1 million pink diamond, I'm not going to sit here put it in my safe. I'm going to find a buyer for it and then go buy something that I feel comfortable with. Where that value comes from, it comes from demand, and it comes from people wearing it. If that shifts in society, we don't know how that value is going to get affected. But the future is going to come, and I'd like to sit here and ride a wave that I perceive, right? I'm on a surfboard here. Wave's coming. Am I going to get on the surfboard, or is the wave going to crash on my head? That's the only thing I'm fucking thinking. I couldn't give a fuck less about a natural diamond, a lab diamond, or any fucking thing else. I'm thinking about that wave and this surfboard and riding it out, cruising USA or whatever the fuck it is. So I'm not playing around on that end. Now, in the future, once people find out the nature of diamonds and they're going to be able to buy them at the scale that they need to buy them, you're going to see them in large carats everywhere. And then what are you going to do? Then the price might go down. I'm not really sure. I'm just sitting here having a debate, giving you information. Funny thing, this Volgo fanho. Funny thing is you can fake diamonds and gold, but you can't fake Bitcoin. Well, listen, you can fake Bitcoin by making a Dogecoin, by making a shitcoin, by making an Ethereum. They're all the same shit, really.
Jetzt geht's los.
Right? And then diamonds can be made in a laboratory, which is a carbon crystal. That's what you're making, and it's properties, light properties that make it incredible and beautiful to look at. Gold is an element that's made when stars explode. It's all too complicated for the common person to understand, so that's really weird. You got to stop fucking watching Love and Hip Hop, and you got to start fucking watching some science programs, and you know, you'd figure out what the fuck is going on. Real question, Max. All these lab posts telling us how they look alike. Why would we invest in lab diamonds when they hold no equity? You don't invest in either one of these fucking things. It's not an investment. You're wearing diamonds. You see these diamond chains I'm wearing? These are not my investments. This is the way I want to look when I'm sitting here in front of a camera. That's what I spend my money on. You know, I could resell it. I could do this. You could sit here and make a profit on it, but that's not an investment. Even gold is not an investment. It's a hedge for inflation and so on and so forth, but it's not an investment.
Sehr guter Punkt, muss ich sagen. Sehr
guter Punkt. It's a productive asset that produces something, especially and has a higher income than an outcome. But whatever. Huge chin. Is there really a resale value on lab diamonds? I hear jewelers saying, well, not buy back lab diamonds. You should let people know if lab diamonds are an investment. Listen, if I spent $1,000 on, or let's say $10,000 on a diamond, and I sold it to somebody for $11,000, you don't think I'd buy it back for $9,000? It doesn't matter if it's natural. It doesn't matter if it's lab. It matters what the demand is and how much I spent and how I'm trying to gain capital here. I couldn't give a fuck less about a diamond. Everyone else is this is this. They'll take off a fucking watch and they'll show it to you like this. This is amazing. Or this is another trick jewelers use. They hold it back like this. You can't have this. That shit don't work on me. I don't give a fuck what you're holding or where you're holding it. I need to know the material cost. I need to know what I'm doing and how the fuck I'm conducting business. It's strange that a person like me is in the jewelry business, but I am. And I can't do business like a dickhead, like some of these other jewelers with their bullshit. I just want to sit here and explain it. Me, if you want to sit here and make yourself a nice diamond chain, you could spend $100,000 or you could spend $15,000 for the same fucking thing. One is lab, one is natural. One is dug up, one is made in a laboratory. It's up to you on what you decide. They both come up on regular diamond testers. CVD machine, they're doing some other shit. Maybe another tester's gonna come out and tell you if your diamond's natural or lab in the future. That's quite possible. It's up to you. You just need to know what your options are. But you need to know the difference between what the hell a lab diamond is and what a natural diamond is. One is heated up and pressurized underneath the earth, and one is in a laboratory. That's up to you. I don't care what you do. All right. Boss Man Lean. Y'all still falling for track scams. Stop paying triple price and get y'all a real jeweler. You wouldn't fucking know a real jeweler if one kicked you down a flight of fucking steps, Boss Man Lean. You know what the fuck you're talking about, bro.
Hey,
you know about jewelry, dude.
Nicht so krass fluchen.
Business in the diamond industry for 18 fucking years telling me I'm not a fucking real jeweler because I'm explaining what the fuck is going on in my clients. Fuck you, Boss Man Lean.
Boah, das kam aus dem Herzen. Ui, das war deep.
Go sip some fucking lean and fuck off.
Wow. Alter.
Get this shit.
Ja, was soll ich sagen? Das war klar gesprochen, ne? Das war klar gesprochen. Uiuiuiuiui.